welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
You look at this Steeler defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it,
and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here we go, strike. 65 to 65.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Out of the gun here, Sanders finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Up the middle they go. Fernandez. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fernandez. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. There's a short one complete to Harris. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. From the gun, it's Shedeur. Now he's going to see Sanders has it pumped free.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to third down. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down. That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Cowboys offense led by their wide receiver headed out for their second possession. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked second in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Short. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Brooks. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Breaks a tackle. 48-yard punt settled on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Sanders to throw. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down-focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when
and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second and short now following the fumble. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on third and 2. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Here's second and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Short. Smith catches left side. And he goes out right around the 39. Third and 5. Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
It's second down.
Operating from the gun. Short. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's ball. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Off the play fake. Short. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, I would say through the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And
with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sanders. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. A They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit and kick out of bounds, they say, right at the 50-yard line.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott,
the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
7 Pirates. Let's go now. Go.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. This one into the hands of Harris on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Steelers 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
There's a short one complete to Harris. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Fernandez. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here's Sanders.
He finds his man, complete. It's Trevino. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing, Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
79, let's go.
Now Sanders. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Short. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Short. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ball. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on. Hey, Franco 80.
From the gun on 3rd down. Short. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leo Chanel has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can...
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again. Here are the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. High school coaches used to say that all the time. Lenny, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Sanders. Throw left side complete. That's Trevino. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, Sanders. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
10 through 11. 10 through 11.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Sanders. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Sanders once more. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And Dallas gets set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
And he gets gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up with the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Here's 3rd and 9.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a short one complete to Harris. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Let go.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire.